Hi, my name is Stephen Banks. I'm a writer. I was head writer for SpongeBob SquarePants for about 6 years, and I also wrote on the shows Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius and Cat Dog, and I have a new animated series called Stan Lee's Superhero Kindergarten, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, that's airing right now. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Middle School Bites Out for Blood. This is book 3 in a 3-book series. And what it's about Tom Marks, who's a kid who's just about to start middle school, and the day before he starts, he gets bitten by a vampire, a werewolf, and a zombie. He's a Vam Wolf Zom. So I'm going to read the first chapter, written by me, illustrated by Mark Fearing, with permission from Holiday House. Chapter 1, A Strange Conversation. I was talking to a werewolf. It was the same werewolf who bit me 2.5 months ago, a few hours after I'd been bitten by a vampire bat, and a few hours before a zombie had bitten me. That all happened the day before middle school started. I'm probably the most unlucky kid who ever lived, the world's only Vam Wolf Zom. Now it was Thanksgiving weekend. I was at Graham's house with Mom, Dad, and unfortunately my big sister Emma. I almost ate the whole turkey at dinner because I was zombie starving. Since it was a full moon, I turned into a werewolf, and I decided to go for a run in the woods. I stopped to get a drink from a stream, and that's when I saw the werewolf, crouched on the other side. I hadn't seen him since he bit me, but I knew it was him right away. Martha Livingston, the vampire who turned me into a vampire, had told me his name was Darkheart. He looked like a regular wolf and walked on all fours. I walk upright on my 2 legs like a human when I'm a werewolf, which I've only been 6 times so far. Darkheart was gray and white, with very large teeth that were very sharp and very white. He was basically big and terrifying, and he looked like he could rip my throat out. And there he is, looking across the stream at Tom. But this was a chance to talk to another werewolf. I had a million questions I wanted to ask him, but he didn't look like he wanted to talk. He looked like he wanted to leap across the stream and eat me. I wasn't going to wait and find out. I was about to turn into a bat and fly away when he spoke. "Good evening," he said in a low, gruff, serious voice. He sounded exactly like a werewolf that was about to attack. I got ready to become a bat, and then he said, I'm just messing with you, Wolf. How's it going?" He didn't sound like he was going to attack me anymore, but I wasn't sure. Sometimes you meet people and they're nice and friendly, and then later out you find they're not. Like the first time I met Tanner Gant, one of the worst people in the world. We were in 3rd grade. He pretended to be nice for about 5 minutes, then he punched me and laughed. Plus, Martha Livingston had said that Darkheart was dangerous, and if I ever saw him, I should run. "Wait a minute," he said. "I've seen you before. About 2 months ago. You were jogging down the road and I bit you on the ankle. I didn't know you were a kid until I got up close. I usually go for adults, more meat. I just saw you running down that road and I saw dinner. But then that big truck came by and flashed its high beams in my eyes and started honking its horn. I didn't know what was going to happen. Maybe Mr. Truck Driver might stop. Maybe he's got some silver bullets. I had to get out of there. So all I got was a bite out of you. But hey, better I turned you into a werewolf than ate you, right? Then we wouldn't be hanging out." Was he ever going to stop talking? You know, that whole eating people thing, it's just in our DNA. I've been trying to quit, and man, it is crazy hard. I go to the meetings, I do the pledge. He raised his right paw. "I will not eat meat, human or animal. Vegetables can't be beat. I am not a cannibal." But then, nature takes over. But hey, I am seriously sorry about turning you into a werewolf. So, what's your name? "Tom Marks." "Yeah? I knew a guy named Howard Marks. I had him over for dinner once. He was delicious. So, Tom, are you out here looking for someone to sink your teeth into, have a little bite?" "I don't bite people," I said. Darkheart looked surprised. "You don't? Seriously?" "Yeah, okay. I'm not going to judge. There are lots of different kinds of werewolves. Can I ask you some questions?" "Ask away." I sat down at the edge of the stream. "How come you're on all fours like a wolf?" He looked offended. "That's kind of a personal question." "Oh, sorry." He threw back his head and laughed. "I I'm just pulling your tail. I'm a shapeshifter. Anytime I want to go full-on wolf, bam, it's showtime. I don't need the full moon, but when Mr. Full Moon does come up, I don't have a choice. Do you really kill people? He thought for a moment and sat down on his haunches. Kill is such a strong word. Do I look like somebody who kills people? I wasn't going to lie. Yeah. Do you? No. How can I kill people if I don't even bite them? Good point. But you do eat meat. Bacon, chicken, nice juicy steak. Well, yeah, but I don't kill the animals. He smiled. Somebody does. I couldn't argue with that. You hungry, Tom? I saw some rabbit tracks over there. I love fresh rabbit, tasty as they are cute. No thanks, I just ate half a turkey. Oh, that's right, it's Thanksgiving, turkey-lurkey time. I could go for some bird. Still, rabbit's not bad. Did you ever have fresh rabbit? No. I didn't tell Darkheart that I'd eaten my sister's pet mouse, Terrence, last month. Technically, I didn't eat him. I just swallowed him for a little while and then I threw him back up. It was really gross. I decided never to do that again. Hey, listen, said Darkheart. I got a proposition for you, Tom. My pack is called the Howlers. You want to join up? We have some serious big-time fun. First, it kind of sounded like a good idea. I quickly made 2 lists in my head. I like to make lists. Reasons for joining a pack. 1, no school, which meant no homework, no tests, no phys ed. 2, no more Tanner Gant. 3, I wouldn't have to deal with my big sister Emma. 4, I could howl whenever I wanted to. 5, nobody would stare at me or ask to take my picture with them. Reasons for not joining a pack. 1, I'd miss my best friend Zeke. 2, I'd miss Annie, this girl I sort of like. That is, if she ever started talking to me again. 3, I wouldn't be in the band anymore. That's a band Annie had. That is, if she let me back in. 4, there might be a Tanner Gant type werewolf in the pack. And 5, I'm only a werewolf twice a month. Can I think about it? I asked. Sure. So where's your pack now? Oh, they're off doing some top secret awesome stuff, but I can't talk about it until you join up. How many werewolves are there? In our pack, we got 6. In the world, who knows? They don't count werewolves in the census. When did you become a werewolf? Darkheart looked around, like he was making sure no one was nearby and listening. He lowered his voice. Have you ever heard of the Lycanthrope Project? No. It's a top secret government project in Dallas, Texas, at an old abandoned prison. They wanted to turn people into werewolves for an elite army of super soldiers. I was the first test subject. I escaped and I've been on the run ever since. I couldn't wait to tell Zeke. He would think it would be the coolest thing ever. Did they make a werewolf army? Darkheart let out a big laugh. Ha! Nah, I made that all up. That was a movie I saw. Hey, what's your favorite werewolf movie? The old black and white one, The Wolfman with Lon Chaney Jr. You got good taste, my furry friend. Check out An American Werewolf in London. That's a good one, too. My dog just came in to visit. What the heck? So, when did you turn into a werewolf, I asked again. Who bit you? Ha! That is a good story. Epic. Love to tell you, but I don't have enough time tonight. I realized he wasn't answering my questions. Where do you live, I asked. Here, there, and everywhere. I like to keep on the move. Hey, do you like being a werewolf, Tom? Well, I'd rather be a normal kid. Yeah, I hear you. It is what it is. You have to embrace your werewolf self. Own it. And joining a pack would help. I decided to change the subject. So, Mr. Darkheart, do you have gatherings of werewolves like vampires do? How'd you know my name? I didn't tell you. His voice wasn't so friendly anymore. Oh, Martha Livingston told me. You know Martha Livingston? The vampire girl from way back in 1770-something? That is one fierce, smart girl. How do you know Martha? Well, she bit me when she was a bat and turned me into a vampire. His jaw dropped. What? She bit you? You're a vamp? Yeah. Are you kidding me? How come I didn't smell you? I can smell a vamp a mile away. Well, technically, I'm only 1/3 vampire, I explained. I'm also a zombie. Darkheart's blue eyes almost popped out of his head. You're crazy. There's no such thing. Now you're pulling my tail. No, I'm not. I think I'm the first and only one. I'm a Vamwolf Zom. Vamwolf what? Vamwolf Zom. So you got bitten by all three biters. I got to take a sniff. He jumped over the stream and started sniffing me with his big nose. It was a little rude. I'd never had anybody sniff me like that before. But we're both werewolves, so I guess it happens. You got some serious smells going on. Yeah, I smell the zombie, not bad, kind of dead, but sweet and meaty. And the vamp smell, that coppery blood, and the musty wolf smell is right in there too. He stopped sniffing, thankfully, and backed up to look at me. Tom, the Vamwolf Zom. All of a sudden, we heard footsteps. They were coming towards us. Both our ears perked up, and we each went into a crouched position. To find out what happens, you'll have to read Middle School Bites Out for Blood, which comes out August 31st. Highly recommended by vampires. Werewolves. That's zombie for, and also zombies. Thanks for watching.